What's going on, my people? This your boy, Mr. OBF. Back one time for your mind. Welcome to the OBF the Network, people. Make sure you guys hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell button, so you guys get the live streams when we go live, people. Um, like I always be trying to I don't understand why. I guess if you got a certain type of level of money, you got time to be sitting around. Uh, you got time to be sitting around uh, to have conversations with stupid people. Damn, I gotta fix this shit. Bag ripped open. My bad, people. I guess when you got money, you can sit around and have conversations with racist people and stupid people that act like it's a real conversation to be wanting to have. And I'm very to the point where like I'm getting very very sick of certain liberal type of people keep saying they want to connect with racist people on certain ideology. I guess they agree on with, right? I guess everybody agree. I don't have the patience and the luxury to sit around and pretend that racist people matter. I just want to say this to all the racist white people out there. I don't give a fuck if you white or not. If you racist, Puerto Rican, whatever the fuck you are. I don't care. I don't give a fuck about y'all. Y'all spend too much time hating others instead of worrying about your goddamn selves. And that's the issue. That's why you're so goddamn miserable. And that's the thing I noticed from racist people, period. They so damn miserable is because they're wasting all their fucking time on other people instead of worrying about working on themselves. And that's the fucking issue. But anyway, Nick Fuentes just goes off on a racist rant, basically of stereotyping and just being racist, just being Nick Fuentes. And Hunter Biden tried to somehow, some way, try to get him to understand that he sounds like a fucking idiot. And it's almost like I just was waiting for Hunter Biden to tell him that he just don't know what the fuck he's talking about. But let's get into it, people. Shout out to my brother Bell in the building. What up, brother Bell?
We have a segment for you today or what? We got the Hunchback of Magadon, Nick Fuentes, along with Hunter. Where the hell is my laptop? Biden. Let's get into this segment and we'll talk about it.
Back up real quick. So you talked about certain people going too far. About 2.5 months ago, I visited a whites-only community in Hardy, Arkansas. Mm-hmm. And I don't know why, I guess coming from like a more like left-wing place, I'm from Seattle, I kind of assumed there was like a united front on the right for some reason. Mm-hmm. So I'm out there, I'm chilling with these dudes, they're like sword fighting, having barbecues. Overall it was a good time for them. I had a hard time connecting with them because I don't agree with them, but it's all good. I was having fun for a couple days. And then like right as I was there, I guess you had hit them up on X or something and said like, hey.
Listen, I'm just gonna be very honest. Unless you there, I guess he's there to report. So I'm not gonna try to go hard on this dude. I don't know who he is, but for white people, even just to report on these people, it's a waste of fucking time. They are a waste of space to society. We got more important shit to be worried about than some racist ass white people trying to create a racist community only for them. Nobody gives a fuck. Like we in 2026. I don't know if they know this or not. Black people don't give a fuck about you racist white people. We don't. We prefer to stay away from you. We prefer it. It's not like some shit that we want to be around racist people. We don't want to work with you. We don't want to do anything in life with you at all. We don't even want to speak to you. We don't even want to see you. So I don't understand why these racist white people keep acting like they it's almost like they searching for attention, but at the same time, they're like people who actually really gives a fuck about that. But anyway, let's move on.
I don't want to associate with you guys. What happened there?
Well, that was really more of a personal disagreement with the guy that founded it.
Yeah.
But I do think it's an interesting project, and it's interesting that got so much pushback, this whites-only community, because you know what? If you go to a lot of these different neighborhoods in major cities, there are ethnic enclaves, and it's not like...
First of all, it wasn't a big deal. Racist white people made this a big deal. Just because some black people... Listen... Honestly, a lot of the shit that I seen, we made fun of it. We thought it was the most ridiculous shit in the world. So nobody made a big deal about that shit. Only racist white people wanted to make that shit a big deal, to put some type of attention on it, to act like it was something good to do. Or you know what I mean? Like, nobody gave a fuck about that shit but racist ass white folks. Black people and a lot of minority people made fun of that dumbass shit. That was the dumbest shit in the world. Then these motherfuckers wind up begging for money. Listen, I'm being very honest about this. You racist white people, listen. Y'all not, we don't think about y'all like that. Nigga, we chilling. Black people, a lot of us, we chilling, nigga. We just doing us, nigga. We working, raising our kids, trying to survive through this Trump era as the best we can with these high ass prices of everything. And we not worrying about y'all. Like, really, honestly. Even to like the racist Latinos and shit. Mexican, yo, we don't care about that. Listen, the immigration shit that's happening, what Trump is doing, yes, it's fucked up. It's disturbing. We probably don't give a fuck. We just don't. Because we dealing with that same shit with local police. A brother just got killed. What is it, Philadelphia? Where he get killed? Was it Philadelphia? Somewhere. A brother just got killed. Motherfucking police officer shot him in the head 3 times. Over because he had a knife. And it was like 3 or 4 of them wrestling this motherfucker. But I guess they so fucking fat and out of shape, they couldn't. They should have just, listen, at that point, if a nigga got a knife and he's swinging that bitch, you got a right to throw hands. That's the time where you beat a motherfucker ass. Instead of killing him, y'all should have beat him up. But, you know, black people, we dealing with our own shit. Listen, bro, we ain't worrying about shit that y'all think we worrying about. A lot of our people, we just not. We trying to do us. We just trying to survive out this bitch. We in survival mode, nigga. We fatigued from all this fuckery going on in this country. We just done, bro. We make fun of shit and we speak on shit to keep our people aware of what's going on. But other than that, we really don't give a fuck about this shit. A lot of this shit, we just don't. Anyway, let's move on.
An explicit rule that you have to be a certain ethnicity, but we all know in Chicago and New York and LA, you got certain neighborhoods where it is 80, 90% one ethnicity.
Yeah.
And I think there's a lot of white people that say we kind of want something similar. I don't think there's anything.
First of all, the joke, Hunter Biden just laughed at him because he sounds so goddamn ignorant and stupid. First of all, motherfucker, have you ever been to Utah? I don't even know where Nick Fuentes live. Like, dude, have you been to some of these states? These red states? What are you talking about? I don't listen, people. from the bottom of my heart, I literally don't understand when white people start talking like this. Like, yo, y'all have states where it ain't a lot of black people there. It ain't a lot of Mexicans. It ain't a lot of that. The most you might see is Native Americans there. Nigga, like, seriously. Maine, Australia. I mean, not Australia. What's that fucking, damn it. I can't think. It slipped my mind. The other state out there and shit. Utah. It's a couple of them. Wisconsin. Like, yo, ain't no black people out there like that. Listen, it may be some Mexicans, but they most likely working on farms and shit. So they helping your economy. Yo, it's mad places around this country where, in certain states, where it ain't nothing but white people. In certain parts of the state. Ain't no black people and Mexicans around them like that. Niggas mad. Never mind. You know, listen, my honest opinion, this is the reason you don't have conversations with racist people. Because their logic never makes any sense. They just be making up shit to be mad about. Like, yo, what the fuck are you talking about? Nobody, and listen, and let me just say this once again. No black people did not give a fuck. I can speak on our people. Can't speak on other minority groups. As a black representative of the black community, for a lot of us, we didn't give a fuck about the all-white community. We laughed at it. We told them we ain't give a fuck. We came out and spoke about it, say, hey, we don't give a fuck. We wasn't angry about it. We didn't feel no type of way about it. We didn't feel like, oh, you know, oh, they don't want black people there. We don't give a fuck. I don't know why racist people think that we, as black people, we want to hang around racist white people. I don't know why they think that. We just like to mind our motherfucking business and do what we do, man. And like I say, he keep consistently bringing up the black community. Stand on our shit. Worry about the white people problems. And then but they gotta speak about black people because you're gonna hear in his clips that all he does is blame black people for why white people feel the way they feel. Who gives a fuck? Take some motherfucking self-responsibility. Pull yourselves up by your bootstraps. What you tell them families that in them school shootings, their kid died, prayers and condolences? Like that. I mean, come on, man. Everything gotta be black people problem. Nigga, we ain't worrying about y'all.
If you want to talk about the histories of New York and Chicago, I feel like that was also a conscious decision that was made like after the Civil Rights Act.
Blacks only is in Cabrini Green, where Mayor Daley made everybody that was black live in the Cabrini Green. I mean, it's not that wasn't by choice. It's not by choice that these ethnic enclaves are 80 or 90%, whatever that ethnicity is. It's because that's the only place.
And let me just say this too, right? Like, where do you think the police come from? What was the reason for them after the civil rights era and all that shit? Well, before that, well, in the civil rights era, but the police was there to control niggas, to keep us in our place, keep us segregated in one area. So it ain't like all black people, all of us wanted to be all in one area together. I mean, you can't listen. And my thing is, you can't have it both ways, right? You got Brian Donaldson, this black coon ass nigga. You say black people was better off before the civil rights or segregation time. Now somehow, some way, You know, black people got their own community. Like you can't have. My bad, people. Motherfucking internet acting up.
They had an opportunity to live unbothered, or where they were told that they had to live because of the historical fact that they could not move into other neighborhoods. You could not move into parts of South Chicago without, being stoned.
Right.
Literally, right?
Yeah.
And so, like the
Yeah,
so
but see, listen, I don't think Nick Fuentes is stupid, but but when you're a racist, you make up your own like intelligence in a way, right? Like I believe partly he knows some of this shit, but I think he really don't because he's a racist. He can't comprehend that it was people that how he acts in 2026. It was people like this back in the civil rights era for generations of fucking over black people. So to see black people even in the type of some of the positive situations that some of us are in, and some of the progress we made to come from that shit, and even worse than the civil rights era and segregation, slavery, and all that shit. Like, yo, what the fuck are you mad at black people for? Like, I genuinely don't understand racist people. I don't. You in 2026 still mad at black people. Like, nigga, come on, man. Y'all gotta do better, man. Like, and what I mean by doing better, y'all gotta come up with some new material. Everything ain't black people fault because y'all fucked up. And I'm gonna get into more why y'all fucked up. A lot of you racist poor people or you feel displaced in society. I'm gonna tell you the reason why. And it ain't complicated.
not as if those ethnic enclaves are there by choice, and so
Obviously.
Also, ethnic enclaves do exist for like specific variations of different Europeans. Like, there is like places that are chocolate. Like South Philly's full of Italians.
there's Little Italy and there's Little
So
Korea.
I think the issue,
Japan.
what I always what confused me the most about the whites only community is like there's just so many different kinds of white people in America. So like to establish a unified white culture with a place so diverse and full of like different regional flavors just kind of felt confusing to me because it could mean a different thing depending on what part of the country or what European enclave.
And I want y'all to really genuinely understand something too. White people do not have culture in this country. They don't. All the culture you talk about, the Italians, the Australians, all them Europeans, right? That they bring over their culture, right? White American people do not have culture. Like I keep telling y'all over and over again, they steal culture. They do not create culture. They steal it and claim it's theirs. Black Americans is the only culture in this country that we literally built that shit from the ground up. They made sure that our people, they stripped us from our African culture. So so generations of kids from then that got their parents and shit like that, they were stripped. So they had to learn they had to create a whole nother culture. Which a lot of the culture you see now. That's why if you ever look at the United States, what's more popular? Right? Racism is the number one popular thing in this country. If you want to call that culture white folks, then okay. Mexicans, they over there. If y'all hear music and shit, they over there bumping. They getting it in. It's Saturday, nigga. They bumping. Probably going to cook out or something. Then second to that is Black American culture. Something that we created. We didn't steal none of that dumb shit. We created a lot of this shit in this country that they don't give us credit for. A lot of important shit. The telephone, peanut butter, all types of shit. So, like I said, I don't know where racist white people get off talking about they got culture here. Even the European culture, the Italians, Australians, all of them, that's culture that they bring from European countries and they bring it over here. That's not white American culture. They feel, I'm going to tell you why these racist white people feel disenfranchised. I guess I don't agree with it, but let's just go with the dumbass narrative, right? The reason they feel that way is because at the end of the day, they don't have culture. They don't have any culture.
From like we're Irish people from the Philly area. Can you compare that to like surfers in San Diego or even like Italian Americans in Staten Island? I don't know. Everything just feels so different. So when I got there, I was trying to identify what they meant by white culture. It wasn't really based on shared like cultural practices, but more the exclusion of people who weren't white. So they weren't like stoked on being European necessarily. They were more just like, oh, we're here because those people aren't here. So it just kind of felt more negative than constructive.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm not.
And you look at a lot of this shit that they was doing, right? Like I didn't pay that lot of racist shit no mind, but the guy was there, he shot video and all that shit. They was doing a lot of Italian shit. You know what I mean? A lot of the European culture shit. Because they don't have culture. Listen, can I just be honest with people? White racist people are the most confused people in this country. Because they don't really, they want to identify as that they got their own culture. They built some shit. And they didn't. All they did was stole and killed and raped and murdered for shit. For land. That's all they did. And created racism in this country. Like you get what I mean? It wasn't, they didn't create shit. It's nothing like, something special. They didn't create shit. The Constitution, it was racist. It was a racist Constitution. Like, no way, come on, man. And so, but then after that, they want to identify with white European culture. Because a lot of them are part of that. But they so stuck on trying to have this American culture shit when they don't have any. Matter of fact, and I'm sorry, who actually got culture too, my bad, no disrespect. The Native Americans. The Native Americans have culture.
With that project in particular, but I think that, look, I mean, you talk about the anger that's out there and the frustration, and I think part of the frustration, let's be honest, is that white people do feel like we are being boxed out in major cities in the country, and it feels like, look, there's a little Haiti, and there's various ethnic enclaves where you get that local culture, and they do their, cultural festivals and that sort of thing, and white people feel like they're being pushed out, and they want a space where things are familiar.
You feel the same way about...
First of all, they want to be familiar. What you're talking about, and it's bad that he's saying white people. He ain't saying some. He's saying white people, and I will be insulted if I'm a white person. I'm a good white person. What you're talking about is that you want a space to be racist. Because if you look at a lot of different cultures in this country, right? It's embraced. Like people, like if you go to the Irish shit, the what that shit they have? I forgot that shit. That Irish shit they had they day. Wear the green and shit. Listen, that's some fun time if you listen. You around the right Irish people, but you get what I'm saying? Like that shit is embracing. They trying to share the culture, right? It's embracing. The Puerto Rican parade, St. Patrick's Day. That's what it is. Appreciate that V2024. Listen, that shit is embracing the Puerto Rican parade, shit like that. The Haitian, all that shit. The Mexicans, all that shit. It's embracing. They want everybody to come and enjoy it. They want to celebrate their culture, but they don't mind you coming to show some love to the culture. Listen, these racists even mad about Juneteenth, nigga. Like, come on, bro. They didn't come up with it. So it's almost like if they don't come up with holidays, it's bad. They feel X'd out. Like, get the fuck out of here. Listen, you feel disenfranchised is because you're racist. You can go to St. Patrick's Day, nigga, and enjoy yourself. Okay? I think the Italians, they got something too. Puerto Rican parade. You go enjoy yourself. But if you got hate in your heart, you get what I mean? Like, if you're going there, like, listen, first of all, you don't want to go to that. It's because you hate those people. So, of course, you feel ostracized from it. And listen, the only reason they mad at Juneteenth is because of the fact a lot of black people is starting not to celebrate that shit. Not to celebrate 4th of July, I'm sorry. We don't celebrate 4th of July. A lot of us, some of us don't. You get what I mean? Like, they mad at Black History Month. Nigga, all we doing is just talking about the great shit that black people do. I mean, have done. That's it. The big up our elders. Like, they mad at that shit. They want to get rid of that. Oh, I'm sorry. The gay parade. You go to the gay parade, nigga, and have a ball. Just don't go to no gay clubs. You ain't gonna like that shit. But the gay parade and all that shit, nigga, that shit be fun. But if you hate people like that, of course you're not gonna feel welcome. Of course you're gonna feel being what do you say, disenfranchised or some shit like that. Like, of course you will. You hate everything. These motherfuckers, this is how racist white people think. White is right. And everything else is wrong. So, I don't know what to tell people like Nick Fuentes. Racist white people like him. I don't know what to tell you. I don't celebrate all the fucking holidays and shit like that. I mean, you know what I mean? People parades. I don't do it, but I don't have a problem with them doing it. Come on, man. Only time they having fun is when they hate, when they enjoy hating and abusing and killing and murdering other people. You ever notice that about racist white people? You don't want to go to the Puerto Rican parade and shit like that. You know, where you can have some fun there, learn some dance, eat some different food, and mingle with the people. But you know, you want to be angry and shit.
Place where you get that local culture and they do their, cultural festivals and that sort of thing. And white people feel like they're being pushed out and they want a space where things are
Do
familiar.
you feel the same way about?
This is insanity to me. No white enclaves. Have you seen America? This guy must not leave his basement. It's 60% white people in this country. Have you been to Maine, New Hampshire, any states in the middle of the country? These places are 90% white. The entire state. Not a city here or there. The entire effing state. And like Nick Fuentes is actually just not that bright at all. He's a little slow.
No, listen. I don't think he's slow. I always say that. Shout out to my brother LT in the building. Whatever. Shout out to the little bro. Listen, I don't think that he's slow, bro. I just think when you I told you, when you have hate in your heart like that, your brain don't function well. Right? Like, because you got one agenda. Your whole purpose of being a racist is to say hateful and stupid and idiotic shit. It doesn't necessarily mean that racist people are stupid. They say stupid shit. He may sound slow, but he ain't slow, he ain't stupid. He knows exactly what he's doing and what he's saying. And like I said, he was raised this way. Like I said, racist people are not born racist. They are raised racist. And so, come on, man. Like, if that's all you know, you just educate yourself on being racist. Honestly, you practice this shit. You get taught it, practice it, and you start speaking it and you start acting that way. Like listen, being racist is like the stupidest shit in the world to me. I just don't understand why people want to be racist. I just don't get it. Or even bigoted. Like, I just don't get that shit. Like, it's too much important shit going on in the world. It's too many good people in this world for people to be this goddamn hateful and ignorant and stupid. Like, I just don't understand it, bro.
No, he thinks black and brown neighborhoods were built to keep white people out and keep our culture or something. He doesn't understand that black and brown neighborhoods were built to keep us away from people who look like him. We weren't allowed to be in his neighborhood, even if we had the same financial statuses. Has he heard of redlining? I mean,
no,
Trump
I think he understands that. His problem is not that, right? He keeps saying that we want this safe space of being with racist people being racist, right? It's not a safe space that they're looking for. They're looking to be openly racist, and there be no consequences like back in the day. That's all he's saying. He knows about all the shit that just said, redlining and all that shit. He knows that. As I said, Nick Fuentes is not stupid. He sounds stupid. He says stupid shit, but he's not stupid. He's not an idiot. He just, listen, racist white people want to go back to how shit used to be, where all the minorities and black people feared them, and we had to bow down, kiss the ring, and yes, sir, massa, sir, and, and treat blacks and minorities badly. That's all that is. They don't feel like this disenfranchised because they white. They want to get back to being racist. And with no consequences. That's all it is. It's not, listen, Nick Fuentes, people like him, they're not complicated like that to understand why they do the shit, why they say and do the shit they do. It's not complicated.
Self was sued because of this. Wouldn't rent to black people even if they qualified and had the same exact financial status. Those people were rejected and were forced to live in the only neighborhoods that would allow them to rent or purchase there. Like, how does he not know this for someone who speaks so much about race? This guy's a dumbass.
Listen, and let me just explain something to y'all. You remember when they like to bring up like it was some black slave owners and shit like that? Listen, you have those type of people in every culture. Sell out their own people. Christopher Columbus, a lot of them was you could say outers. They didn't from the European shit country. They didn't fuck with Christopher Columbus and people like him. A lot of the people that you know and that have came to America and so-called created America, which they just stole the land, they was outed. Nobody fucked with them in the European country. That's why you see, listen, the most disgusting fucking people in this country is racist white people. That's why they bitch and complain about them, you know, they don't want to, people trying to change our culture and all this other shit. All y'all did was, all y'all ancestors did was get, because they was, listen, the Europeans back in the day, they was enslaving their own people too. Okay? They was mistreating. It's almost like how you see capitalism, right? Like, this is what bothers me about Republican voters. Like, do y'all see, like, this shit is right here in y'all face, right? Like, these rich white people that spills all this racist, hateful, bigoted shit to get y'all all riled up is stealing y'all money too. And that's why y'all still poor and fucked up. But that wasn't no difference to what they did to Christopher Columbus and them. Over in the European country, where did the motherfucker come from? Christopher Columbus is Italian. Well, he was Italian. Like, you get what I mean? Like, people gotta really realize that shit. These people, listen, Christopher Columbus wasn't no brilliant person. He didn't even discover America. He got lost. Listen, and I need y'all to really genuinely understand something. A lot of them so-called forefathers, a lot of them people back in the day like that, white folks, they was ignorant compared to how highly intelligent a lot of people are now. Like, they was smart at their time, but they wasn't that damn bright. It was like, people don't really realize, like, these people wasn't that damn bright, bro. They just was good criminals. That's it. I always keep telling people it's always smart, good criminals out here. Not like good, but good at what they do for us being a criminal. But come on, man. These people was morons. They was peons. Christopher Columbus was a peon from the European country. That's why his ass got that boat and tried to find land and some shit, because they do y'all history on Christopher Columbus, man. He was a peon over there in the European country.
The Italian festival that happens in every city.
Well, here's a good example. So,
Or St. Patrick's Day?
well, there's no Irish neighborhood in Chicago. There's Little
Sure
Italy.
there is.
I mean, there's some
Also,
remnant in Bridgeport.
Yeah.
It's important to note that, like,
They ain't gonna line this shit. It's talking about ain't no Irish or Italian. I think he said Italian community in Chicago. You a goddamn lie. The Italians is like the motherfucking Mexicans, nigga. It is a Italian community everywhere around this country. Now, in certain states, they might not be as big like that. and like from like certain states like Boston, New York, Philadelphia, shit like that, because that's where a lot of them originally their ancestors moved to, right? So you're gonna see a big population of them in some of these blue states and purple states, right? But Italians are everywhere. They got communities everywhere, nigga. It is no different than Mexicans. Fuck are you talking about? But that's what I said. He's saying shit like he's saying racist and bigoted shit, and then it's lies. But he's saying it because he really believes it. So it sounds stupid. Then you catch him lying. But anyway, let's move on, man.
A shouting match here, but like, you know, as a family who did, coming from a family who did leave Philadelphia in the 60s because of black migration from the South, after the Civil Rights Act was passed, there was a sort of like mass flight of white people into the suburbs, and that kind of led to a homogenization of different cultures because they rushed so fast to build these like identical strip mall suburbs that it was very hard to maintain cultural bonds that made different.
And you got to realize this too. When the Civil Rights Act, all that shit, a lot of people, black people from the South, it fled to a lot of blue states, right? But what they don't tell you too, as well, a lot of the white people that was in these blue kind of states that was still racist is a bitch. They wasn't as racist as the South, but they was just as racist. God damn net. I let your ass in, let them net in the house. But a lot of them fled to the South. A lot of them moved back because a lot of them was from the South. And they moved back. Because a lot of the money outside of, owning, like owning farms and shit like that. You know what I mean? But a lot of the money was in more of the East, right? Like it was more shit. Like it was a lot of money going on. And you got to think about it. Gambling and shit was big. You know what I mean? So it was a lot of shit popping in the East Coast more than it was popping in the South, right? They had their little shit in the South here and there, but it wasn't like the East. So a lot of them racist ass white people moved to Philadelphia, and a lot of New York, and a lot of that shit, right? Then you gotta think about it. Italians, listen, a lot of the Italians was racist too, even though they was being oppressed and disrespected and being discriminated against and shit by racist white people in this country. But they almost basically damn near they was racist too, because they still was white. They was just a different type of white. They was European different white, Italian white. Like, you get what I mean? It was different. That's all it was. It was just a different white. The culture was different. That's it. But a lot of the racist ass white people in this country hated Italians. That's why they had a hard time. But what they don't tell you is that when the Civil Rights Act, all that shit, a lot of them, yeah, they went to the suburbs, but a lot of them moved back to the South. Because once a lot of the black people started immigrating towards more to the East Coast, after they got rights and you know what I mean, shit like that, nigga, they fled the fucking South. A lot of black people did. That's why if you really think about it, it's a lot more black people in eastern states, right? It's always a lot of black people there. Like, what people don't really realize, the biggest black population is Texas. It's a lot of black people there. That's why when people be thinking that like Texas is like a red state, it's really not. It's like it's a purple state. Is that for some weird reason, just my opinion of doing a little research with like Texas black people. Listen, they kind of they vote, but they don't vote. Right? A lot of black Texas people, they stay amongst themselves. They don't really fuck around like that. Right? And like I said, like white people are outnumbered in Texas. But they getting help from the Mexicans. But at least half of them, half of the population there. And that's the only reason that Texas haven't turned blue. Because the fucking half of the Mexicans down there side with fucking racist white people down there. Shit is crazy. But anyway, let's move on.
European and white neighborhoods unique around like the 1950s and before. So I feel like the mass suburbanization is also a big factor that led to those like cultural bonds breaking.
Yeah, but why did that happen? I mean, a lot of the suburbanization is because of the race riots in the 1960s. People moved out because of the violence. You know, my grandfather was in the National Guard in Chicago when, after MLK got assassinated, the whole West Side burned to the ground.
Yeah.
People didn't want to be around that anymore.
Why were the riots?
MLK Jr. was assassinated.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so does that justify burning?
Let me tell you something. You know, like the word bothered me about racist white people. They talk about all the riots and all that other shit. They burnt down shit and they ain't want to be around it. Y'all lucky y'all ain't get killed. A lot of your people. Because our people were still getting hung. In the 60s. In the 50s. In the 70s. In the 30s and shit. Like what the fuck are you talking about, bro? Oh, they didn't want the violence. Bitch, they was committing the violence. A lot of those racist ass white people that fled the way they did, a lot of them was okay with the violence that was happening to black people. So now they talking about the violence of shit burning down. And y'all lucky you didn't get killed. They can get mad about shit burning down and all that shit. Nobody's really dying like that in these big ass riots that they talk about that black people burn down. They be lucky that motherfuckers don't be dying like that. Listen, man, first of all, let me just say this to any racist white person in 2026. Bitch, you can't tell me about y'all feel displaced or anything like that, nigga. Y'all still owe us from Tulsa. Fuck are you talking about? Black Wall Street, bitch. There's still bodies that ain't, you know what I mean, that been built over water and all that shit. What the fuck you talking about? Don't ever talk about black people who is violent. Fuck are you talking about? Y'all burned down a whole motherfucking county of people. Of black people. They killed a lot of black people, and these motherfuckers want to talk about, Chicago, and nigga, they ain't killing y'all. The fuck you mad at Chicago niggas killing niggas? What are you mad about? That's a black person, that's black people's issue. We gotta fix that shit. I don't even know why they keep bringing up Chicago, New York, any of these fucking states. Where's black people at? Fuck you. Bitch, y'all still owe us from Black Wall Street. Fuck you. Y'all ancestors killed more niggas than niggas in Chicago killing 2-3 years. In a decade. What the fuck are you talking about? How many black people got murdered? Children? You know how much slaughter that their racist ancestors did to black people? And these motherfuckers talking about black on black crime of black people killing black people. Like, y'all really concerned about us. Fuck out of here, bro. Let's move on, man.
MLK got assassinated, the whole West Side burned to the ground.
Yeah.
People didn't want to be around that anymore.
Why were the riots?
MLK Jr. was assassinated.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so does that justify burning down the city?
No, I didn't say it justifies it, but it sure justifies.
You know what? I'm a non-violent nigga. But yeah. They killed one of our leaders, nigga. One of our heroes. Fuck out of here with that shit. We didn't kill Martin Luther King. Huh, bitch? Bitch ass motherfucker Nick Fuentes, all you racist. We didn't kill Martin Luther King. We probably, listen, they knew what they was doing when they assassinated Martin Luther King, because after they assassinated him, then what, a couple of years after that, all of a sudden they passed the Civil Rights Act. But they couldn't allow that brilliant black brother, that leader, with other leaders to lead us. And they ain't just kill him. They killed Malcolm. I don't care the black motherfuckers that the FBI used some niggas to kill Malcolm. Fuck you talking about? We ain't been right since then. The black community ain't been right since they assassinated our motherfucking two leaders. Listen, man. I don't have the fucking patience and the tolerance to deal with racist white people crying and bitching and complaining about some bullshit that number one, black on black. I'm gonna tell you this to you, you racist white people. Black on black crime is none of your fucking business anyway. It don't affect you. You poor. Is black people killing you? No, you poor because you keep voting for a party that keeps stealing keep taking your money and lying to you that they're going to give you health care, take down your causes, get your businesses, let you be racist. They only letting you be racist. They ain't giving you shit. Stop worrying about black on black crime. This don't help you racist pieces of shit be successful. We killing us, not y'all. So I don't know why the fuck y'all worried about us or black on black crime. You idiot, stupid son of a bitches. Like, I don't understand. They burnt down this. We burnt down our own shit. Anytime riots happen, we burn down our own shit. I'm trying to figure out what they mad about. I'll tell you this, put it this way. You don't like when black people protest because, riots happen, right? You know why riots happen? It's because y'all killed Martin Luther King. That's when the riots really happen. That's when we start burning down shit. Your ancestors, your people shouldn't have killed Martin Luther King. I'm not condoning people burning down shit. I'm not condoning violence, but I'm just saying, I don't know why y'all mad about it. You shouldn't have killed Martin. Because, nigga, when Martin was alive, nigga, we didn't fight back. We was non-violent. Even with Malcolm. Malcolm only got violent. So, a lot of all black people only got violent when you motherfuckers fucking with us. But when you kill Martin Luther King, hey, man. I don't know what to tell you. So when you niggas see niggas looting and burning down shit, nigga, I blame y'all for it. Want to be real about it? I blame racist white people and their ancestors. Y'all killed Malcolm. I mean Martin Luther King. We ain't killing one. No, it wasn't a black person. Even when it came to Malcolm, nigga, they used some niggas. The FBI, racist ass FBI, J. Edgar Hoover and shit, use some niggas to assassinate Malcolm. Fuck out here. I ain't trying to hear that shit. Let's move on, man.
Side burned to the ground.
Yeah.
People didn't want to be around that anymore.
Why were the riots?
MLK Jr. was assassinated.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so does that justify burning down the city?
No, I
Which
didn't say it
never
justifies it, but it sure justifies an enormous amount of the anger. The same kind of anger that you feel about being left out. The same kind of anger that you're expressing right now about the idea that you're culturally irrelevant, that you don't have a place in society. Imagine if you were a 26-year-old black man in 1968 and saw your hero be assassinated.
Oh, I saw Trump get shot in the ear, and
did he?
And I saw Charlie Kirk get shot, and I didn't see any cities get burned down.
No, but nobody, listen, these niggas trying to compare Charlie Kirk and Donald Trump to Martin Luther King. Come on, man. It's nothing about Charlie Kirk or Martin Luther King, Charlie Kirk or Donald Trump movement of embracing everybody. Like, come on, bro, stop. And listen, and let me just say this once again. I don't condone people killing Charlie Kirk or whatever, but I don't give a fuck. If these are your heroes, Donald Trump and Charlie Kirk, I don't care. Just like you don't care about Martin Luther King. And I don't want to compare them like they're the same, but you don't care about our leader that got assassinated by your people. And every person, Trump and Charlie Kirk got assassinated by a white man. By a white young man. Donald Trump, assassinated attempts. I think it was the first one. White dude. I don't know what the other dude was. I think he was black. But that motherfucker was crazy too. There ain't no shit black people do. We don't go try to assassinate people, man. That ain't our shit. I don't know what that nigga, he might have been. I did do a little history on that nigga was mixed with some shit. He wasn't full black. He wasn't a nigga. God damn it. Damn net. Hold on, y'all. Like me an incense. I'm sick of these fucking net. It's just one net. My bad, people. Give me 1 second. Shit. Now I got the incense all on my hand. Yeah, yeah. That dude that tried to assassinate Trump, the second nigga, I guess that's who that was. Listen, man, that nigga, he wasn't a full black man. That nigga was mixed with some shit. So I'm sorry. We ain't gonna count him. Black people, we ain't claiming that. Sorry. As a black representative of the black community, we ain't claiming him. There ain't no shit black people do. We don't be trying to assassinate no motherfucking political figures and shit like that. That ain't our shit, bro. That's some rare shit that happened. Like, there'd be some motherfucker that's mixed with some bullshit. But anyway, let's move on.
It's funny.
I think it's a very, very, very different thing. I think
How's
it's
that different?
absolutely
Charlie
different
Kirk got shot in the neck.
Yeah.
And liberals celebrated all over social media by Tyler Robinson.
Yeah. Who is what?
Listen, and let me say something. You seen white liberals celebrating that shit. A lot of black people did not celebrate that shit. We didn't celebrate that shit. We just didn't give a fuck. Now, I ain't saying it wasn't no black people that didn't celebrate the shit. Shame on them. Shame on anybody glorifying that shit. But for them black folks, like, nigga, come on, bro. We better than that. We know they petty, but we ain't got to go that low. Somebody got assassinated. He got kids and shit. He was an evil piece of shit. Charlie Kirk wasn't shit. He was a bad human being. But he had kids. So, like, you get what I mean? Like, like, and then somebody told me, somebody left me a comment when I said that shit, that he had kids. And it was like, Kenny, all he was going to do was raise his kids to be just like him. Hey, it's a high percentage that they would have turned out like him. But it's still a nice little small percentage that they wouldn't be like him. So, and they kids. So you can't blame the kids for their parents. Who their parents are. You can't do that shit, bro. So, listen. But at the same time, that was white liberals celebrating that shit. A lot of them. Somehow, like, even still with that shit, they still were trying to blame black people for that. Like, nigga, come on, man. Every time some fucked up shit y'all feel a certain way, you gotta blame the black community. You gotta blame us. Like, this shit ain't about us. That's why we've been trying to mind our business.
It's a very, very, very different thing. I think
How's
it's
that different?
absolutely
Charlie
different
Kirk
thing.
got shot in the neck.
Yeah,
And liberals celebrated
By who?
all over social media by Tyler Robinson,
yeah. Who is what?
who is some liberal
Right.
guy.
No,
is?
white.
But
Guys, do you see? He thinks he's slick there. He just completely moved.
And you know what? When he would have said that, I'd have said, well, so did Donald Trump. Donald Trump made fun, disrespected the dead. Rob Reiner. He passed away. Robert Miller. He passed away. Trump disrespected that man. That man got family too. What the fuck are you talking about? You want us to care about some fucking racist ass motherfucker, Charlie Kirk? Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Come on, man. Shit, John McCain died. He disrespected the shit out of John McCain. The man did. You still disrespecting him and shit. And I'm going to tell you why he was really, really mad. Because the McCain family didn't invite that motherfucker to the funeral or the wake or whatever it was. They didn't invite him. All other presidents that was alive and well was there. Except for Trump. That motherfucker come in with bad energy. You disrespected it, but you want us to feel bad because somebody tried to assassinate you. Like that's why I said the hypocrisy of these people. Like, yo, I can't do this with them. I can't do this with the MAGA. Cause y'all all over the place, bro. And just like yo was saying, the Mexican brother was saying, was like he all over the place. You see how he's switching shit up? Yes, he's doing that because he know he sounds hypocritical and stupid.
Celebrated all over social media by Tyler Robinson,
yeah. Who is what?
who is some liberal
White.
guy.
No,
is?
white.
But
Guys, do you see? He thinks he's slick there. He just completely moved the goalposts to black people are
First
fine.
of all, hold on, and let me say this first of all. The first dude that tried to assassinate Trump, he was not no liberal. He was a Republican. Listen, and I'm not a conspiracy theory type motherfucker. But Trump do so much cruddy, sneaky shit. I wouldn't be surprised that somehow that shit was all a setup. Because for that dude, because he wasn't like, he was very good at shooting. And for him just to nip Trump ear, come on, man. And maybe it's just a slight that Trump, maybe at the time when the bullet was coming, he moved a little certain type of way. He wasn't standing still, but you know what I mean? That little split, half a second, you know what I mean? And that's why he got hit in the ear. But, I wouldn't put it past that they had that kid do that shit. Like, I'm just being honest about it. I'm not conspiracy theory like that, but I wouldn't be shocked about that if that happened. Or that was like some shit that happened. Like, you know what I mean? But like I said, the dude was not a Democrat. He wasn't a liberal. That dude was a resident Republican. He'd been a Republican his whole entire time he could sign up to register to vote. He never voted for a Democrat. Ever. He voted for Trump. So whatever he was upset about that Trump did or didn't do, that's why he did what he did. It had nothing to do with him being a fucking liberal. Now the second dude, the little mixed black dude, I don't know what the fuck he is. I don't know what the fuck he was on. But I'm just saying this. Just think about this shit. Biden and a whole bunch of fucking people that was running for, you don't be hearing about people getting assassinated attempts. People be trying to, but they never get too close to doing it too much, right? Somehow, some way, this motherfucker Trump, somebody tried to kill him, and mainly it's because this motherfucker think he's so beloved because he's so racist. He was out in the open. Where he was campaigning at, he was out in the open. Where the Secret Service, I don't know if they had enough manpower. I think in that county where he was at, I don't think they had enough law enforcement to cover a lot of that shit. This motherfucker, like I said, listen, I'm not condoning what happened, but a part of that shit is Trump's fault. You are a political figure. You are big. You used to be the president. Bro, you should not be way out in the opening like that. Fuck out of here, bro. Barack Obama get threats and all that shit. Says they threats probably all the time, nigga. Nigga, you don't be hearing about nobody getting close, not even close. And he don't have as much Secret Service. He has almost the same amount of Secret Service that Trump had that day he was running for president. Trump actually had more because he was running for president. That was his dumbass fault. Trump, an idiot. The people around him is idiots. So, yeah. I'm not okay with what happened to Trump, but I'm just saying, like, a part of that shit is his own fault. Not all of it, but a part of it is his fault. Think he untouchable. Like, that's how Trump moves. And then try to be like a fake tough guy. You're not tough. When them bullets got to flying, your ass got to ducking like the average motherfucker would. And it don't matter if they tough or not. Or if they think they tough. Your ass got to duck it off.
Social media by Tyler Robinson.
Yeah, who is what?
Who is some liberal
White.
guy.
No, white.
Mm-hmm.
But
Guys, do you see? He thinks he's slick there. He just completely moved the goalpost to black people are violent. But then, oh, wow, wait, those white guys who shot Trump and Charlie Kirk, now he changes to liberals. He knows he was supposed to say white there. This is just amazing. These people are so disingenuous. He thinks he's slick. MLK Jr., guys, the guy, so many people living in desperation saw as the hope and real chance at a more equitable life, and they just killed their hope in many ways, right? While they were living in legal
And then you know
certainty.
it's still a conspiracy too, even with Martin Luther King of his assassination. They saying that dude wasn't a dude. They just put that on the government. Put that on him. They basically saying it's still a conspiracy, allegedly, that the dude that they said and whatever that killed Martin Luther King, he wasn't a dude. It was somebody from the government that killed Martin Luther King. Somebody that literally worked for the U.S. government. It could have been from the CIA, some type of sniper motherfucker, like, you get what I mean? They say, a lot of motherfuckers think conspiracy say it wasn't even him. But like I said, I don't give a fuck who it was. One of our heroes is dead. And I continue to say this to all our black folks and even to any folks. When they assassinated Martin Luther King, the black community was in trouble. Because one thing about Martin, that was his shit. Non-violence. They was sick and dogs. This nigga was getting beaten by these racist ass police officers, white people that wasn't even law enforcement. They was beating Martin and them. But he would never get violent. He would never react to it. But like I said, if you killed him, it was black people that wanted to fuck these white boys up. And these police up. These racist ass people. But Martin had that command. Niggas respected him too much to do it. To get off script. Let's be real. But when they assassinated Martin, hey nigga, I don't know what to tell you racist white people. It's like when you see black people now smack the shit out of a racist white person for being racist. Or knock their ass out. Nigga, all that comes from when your people assassinated Martin. Black people ain't putting up with that shit. We get violent with you. Like I said, you just can't go around calling black people niggas. And not every black person you can go around calling niggas. But y'all want to be racist. So, hey, here and there, y'all gonna get paws put on y'all. I'm just trying to tell y'all, man. There was a white bitch that got found guilty. I think she was in Florida. I think it was that. And she called an autistic black kid a nigger. Because she assumed that he stole something. Like, honestly, I might not have put paws on him. But I'd have called my wife to put paws on him. And if my wife was in that place at that time, this racist white bitch would have said that to my daughter or any other kid, like, she probably got fucked up. We got bail money, she'd have fucked up. Like, yo, like, this is what I mean by racist white people. You don't know who you fucking with. All black people ain't the same. All of us ain't gonna just let you call us niggas and disrespect our children. You disrespect the child. That nigga, listen, I don't give a fuck about the law. You call a black child a nigga, you cross the line. You get that's fighting word. You supposed to get your ass whipped. You can call me a nigga all day. But call a child Not my presence. You getting fucked up. You getting fucked up. You calling another fucking child demeaning a child. Like, who the fuck does that? That's how ignorant and racist and bigot they are. How evil they are. And then try to sit there and pretend that they some good people. You're not. You disrespect a child. Fuck out of here. That's how bad their racism is. They don't even give a fuck about children. And if I'm the judge let her get, she was like, if he wanted to throw the book at her, he could have gave her 90 days in jail. I'd have gave her that shit. Because she got misdemeanors or some shit. I'd have gave her that. Just because she disrespected the level of disrespect she showed to a child, I'd have felt a certain type of way about that. Because it all started over a child. So, would she assume that this autistic kid tried to steal out of her bag? Like, yo, get the fuck out of here, bro. Racist white people, like, that's why I don't even want to be around them. Like, I'm okay with segregating from racist people. I'm okay with that. You stay the fuck over there, we stay over here. I told y'all, I'm okay with splitting the country down the middle. Yo, we don't need those type of people around us, man. It even make the good white people look bad. That's why, like I told you, gang banging niggas. Listen, if we split down the country, you niggas gotta pick and choose. Ain't no gang banging over here. You niggas got to go. You go over there, or I don't know where the fuck you gonna go, but you can't be here. You think the rules are strict now, nigga? Ain't no gang banging over here, selling dope, all that shit. No. No. That shit is destroying our communities, destroying our people, and you motherfuckers act like this shit. I gotta survive. Okay, nigga. All right, cool. You gotta work for your shit. And the problem is, and I'll be very honest about this. The problem with niggas that grow up in the hood and sell that dope and we raised in that shit, them niggas don't know nothing else. They just know street shit. So that's why I say I never give up on my people, because I know that's all they know. But at the same time, nigga, if we put opportunities and we give you opportunities to do some shit, we say that shit ain't worth it. Well, it ain't worth it to go to fucking jail. I tell you that shit, or murder another brother and sister over some bullshit. You don't die with none of that drug money. Even the money that you're working for, you don't die. You don't die with that money. Our priorities is everybody. Listen, a lot of people priorities fucked up, but in our community, our shit is fucked up. Anyway, let's get back into it, people.
So many people living in desperation saw as the hope and real chance at a more equitable life, and they just killed their hope in many ways, right? While they were living in legal segregation, Jim Crow, white people aren't living in these conditions right now. When Tyler Robinson killed Charlie Kirk, and it was white people who shot Charlie Kirk and Trump.
First of all, let me just say this too. The motherfucker that killed Charlie Kirk, right? Regardless if he's a liberal or not, gay, whatever. This white boy was a Mormon. He grew up in a nice good home. Right? Like, so, listen, man. I just don't understand. I don't understand it. I just don't. Let's move on.
His logic is just completely dog shit. He's a bit of a moron. I mean, guys, And I'll talk about this violence. They didn't burn the city down. I mean, white Republican men, little shits like him, conservative men, lost an election fair and square. And on January 6th, they stormed the Capitol and resulted in 5 officers dying and one of their own dumbass supporters, Ashley Babbitt, getting murked. I mean, these people viciously attacked.
And then a lot of the motherfuckers was, I ain't say a lot of, some of them was pedophiles. They was literally had charges, found guilty of being a pedophile. And then after they got pardoned or got out or whatever, they literally went back and started trying to molest children again. So, like, I don't understand what he talking about. I don't give a fuck. If some niggas burn down some shit, they burn down some shit. They ain't pedophiles. Listen, these motherfuckers, like, when they be talking about these riots that black people do, they be lucky that we ain't do the January 6th type of shit. Like, honestly. But then we lucky too, because they'd have killed us on the spot. They'd have started shooting niggas right away before we even got even 25% riled up. They probably have shut our shit down. Trump would have shut that bitch down. I remember a motherfucker when the Freddie Gray shit, niggas in the city got to beefing with some county dudes, right? White county dudes that was at the Oreo Stadium and shit. And we got to beefing with them. And I felt a certain type of way about that because I was like, yo, you don't even live down here. You come down here, you damn near tourists. You only come to the city to enjoy the festivals. You don't invest, you don't live down here, you don't work down here. Fuck you telling people that they can't march and shit. It was shit that they was doing, but a lot of them was drunk. And that's the one thing you notice about white people. When they get drunk, a lot of their true colors come out. A lot of them white people. Because like I said, this whole notion that Nick Fuentes is talking about, oh, white people don't have their own space. Listen, in Baltimore, we are segregated. The fuck are you talking about? White people don't come fucking with black people. They don't come in our shit like that. They really don't. Usually when you see white people in black communities and shit like that, they grew up around them or they're here for a reason. Honestly, and they from out of town. They're not regular. A lot of them are not regular Baltimore motherfuckers. They're not. And even like I keep telling y'all, it's a different from Baltimore City to like, yeah, it's Maryland, but Baltimore City is different. Our city is mad different. You got to be from here to understand what the fuck I'm saying. I keep telling people that shit. That's why when I say county, fake county thugs, niggas from the county, nigga, fuck out of here with that. Like they're not from the city. It is a difference. It's like when you hear Mano and all them, they was talking about being a New Yorker. It's the same of being a Baltimorean. You gotta be from the city. You gotta be raised in this shit. You gotta come from it to really genuinely understand it. There's a certain type of lingo down here. That how we speak to each other, how we connect to each other, how we talk to each other. Honestly, even the white boys that like come from the city, it is different. They even talk the language that we talk.
These officers smeared shit against the walls, were chanting "Hang Mike Pence" and set up one of those gallows outside. And this was just for an election. Imagine someone had killed Trump, during that campaign, during the campaign run leading to January 6th. What do you think those January 6th writers would have done? Like, these idiots can keep pretending white people are little innocent angels, not prone to any violence, and I just
and like I said, that's what I said. It ain't even. That's why I wouldn't have a conversation with somebody like Nick Fuentes, or any of these racist MAGA people, racist people. Period. Understand that the most threat to America is not black on black crime. It's not even illegal immigrants. You know who it is? White supremacists. That's the biggest threat to the country. Still to this day, in 2026, they can't even Trump tried to hide it, but he can't hide it. Listen, in Trump shit right now, all the racist shit is up. School shootings, all that shit is up, bro. It's a school shooting happening damn near every month. Every 2 weeks. So mass shooting happening. Because of racist white people. And listen, even if the kid is not gay or whatever the fuck they are, they're trying to kill racist white people. It's their fault. It's part of their fault. Not all of their fault, but it's part of their fault. Because they're fucking with gay people and they fucking with white liberals, gay people, like they doing shit in schools. They're literally being racist in schools now. The people who are the fucking teachers that would like get fired, get counseled, get the fuck out of there. They're allowing the racist administrations of racist white people to run schools with black children in it. So listen, miss me with the fake outrage of racist white people feeling disenfranchised. You bitches are emboldened to be racist. This is the time for you to be racist. But like I said, all black people ain't gonna allow you to get away with that shit. And like I said, I'm one of them. But I do my damnness to stay away from y'all. Because I already know what I'm gonna do. Ain't about being tough, ain't about talking tough, but none of that. I already know what I'm gonna do. So I do my damnness to stay away from y'all. Not because I'm scared of no shit like that. If I'm scared about some shit, I'm scared what I'm gonna do to y'all. I'm gonna ruin my fucking life fucking with one of you racists. So I try to stay the fuck away from it. You're not even worth it. But like I said, y'all, you see it all the time. These motherfuckers, racist white people, cross lines. Like, nigga, you fucking with children at this point. Like, yo, go in your own fucking neighborhood. Even the racist police fucking with black children and shit. Man, you don't know black children like that. They being disrespectful. First of all, it's a disrespect that you even in our community. You don't live in these black children communities. Who the fuck are you to police them? You know nothing about them. You stereotype them. Fuck you talking about? Even before you got on the force, you were stereotyping black children and black people. And then you got a job that where they allow you to racially profile and stereotype black people and black children. So I'm insulted by that. Let's move on.
At all times. And while you keep thinking that, Nick Fuentes, look up who are disproportionately school shooters.
I got a transgender boyfriend.
So that makes him liberal? Because he's transgender? Because he's gay?
Well, because he's got a transgender boyfriend, yeah, I think so.
It makes him liberal.
I think he was liberal, yeah.
Okay, well, he didn't come from a.
But let me say this, and I want y'all to really think about this. Nick Fuentes, he got a problem with gay people, transgenders, whatever, right? We don't know if on some real shit, we don't know if Nick Fuentes, whatever the fuck his name is a homosexual or he's straight. We don't know. Because you know why? Because he ain't got no pussy before. He ain't got no dick before. He ain't never had sex. He ain't got no woman. Because he's a disgusting human being. And I'm surprised he ain't find a racist woman. But he hate women. Like, yo, that's the crazy part about it. He hate women. So I'm not shocked he ain't getting no pussy. Not even from a racist white woman. He hate women. He hate everything. But like I said, he hate all this gay shit. We don't know if he's a homosexual or not. And he ain't never had no pussy. He don't know emotionally or sexually how he would feel of having sex with some pussy. He don't know. Might be the best thing in his life, or maybe the worst thing in his life, because he might be a homosexual. So, like, Nick Fuentes, you can't say nothing about a gay person. At least they fucking. You ain't fucking nothing. You ain't got a girlfriend or boyfriend, a transgender. You ain't got nothing. You ain't fuck nothing. How the fuck you better than transgender? At least they fucking. At least gay people fucking. At least they know what they like. You don't even know what you like. You ain't fucked nothing. Not a goddamn thing. Listen, OT, little bro, listen, I'm telling you, yo, how this nigga even know what he like? He don't even know if he like pussy or not. He ain't never had it. This nigga's he might be a 30-year-old virgin now? Or close to, like, he a virgin. He had no pussy and he hate women. Like, get the fuck out of here, bro. He can't even get a racist bitch to give him some pussy. Hey, come on, bro. You mad at gay people. Okay, nigga. Yeah. You don't even know what your sexuality is. You don't know if you like men or women. Fuck out of here. You don't even know. First of all, Nick Fuentes don't even know what he attracted to. He ain't got no pussy before. He don't know if he like pussy or not. I told you, I always question people that got problem with gay people. I question their sexuality. Yo, it ain't no motherfucking, you can't be, listen, nigga, I don't hate gay people. I don't agree with everything, but nigga, that's them. They do their thing. I gotta hate on them, nigga. I don't give a fuck who they fucking. Two dudes fucking, do you? Two women, do you? Transgender, do you? There's somebody out here that accept your shit. I ain't one of them. Other than lesbian chicks, I fuck some lesbian chicks. I ain't gonna lie about that. But all that other shit, even if say a lesbian say, oh, I don't fuck dudes, I'm okay with that. I won't push up on them like that. You know what I mean? I respect it. Fuck out here. At least they know what they want. This motherfucking virgin ass dude ain't never had sex. He don't even know what his sexuality is. He don't know what he attracted to. That's crazy. He got a problem with gay people. At least they know who they're attracted to. Like real talk. At least they know how sex feels. You call it gross, you call it whatever. At least they fucking. You ain't fucking nothing. You don't even know what you're attracted to, you fucking goofy. Anyway, people, give me 1 second. All right, I'm back, people. Yeah, man, I question people that got a problem with gay people like that, or especially focus on gay people that, like, is their biggest issue, like one of their biggest issues. I don't give a fuck about what gay people do. I don't give a fuck who they fucking. I don't give a fuck about their parades. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. That's them, man. They like dick, they like the same sex or whatever. They transgender, they like the trans. Nigga, it's cool with me. I don't give a fuck about that shit. Gay and transgender people do not affect my life like that. I ain't trying to fuck near one of them other than maybe if I, like I said, I'm attracted to lesbians because they still females. But other than that, I ain't trying to fuck no dude or no dude trying to transition over to being a woman. I'm not fucking no transgender dude. I don't care. I don't know why people care about that shit like that. That shit is weird to me. I don't really give a fuck about that shit. I ain't trying to fuck no transgender.
Liberal family. He didn't come from a liberal enclave. He didn't come from a liberal background. He's not a minority. He was a Mormon, correct? And grew up in a Mormon household. And he went to a largely Mormon college. And he ended up committing an act.
And Mormon people are usually Republicans. They're conservative because they're very religious. So for him to even have a boyfriend or whatever the fuck happened, or he was attracted to a transgender or whatever, that's very rare too. Right? And listen, from what we do understand, that's the reason why he killed Charlie Kirk. Well, he assassinated him. Because of the gay shit that, he didn't like that shit. But that's very rare that he's a Mormon, he's very religious, he grew up in a religious background. He was very conservative. He wasn't no liberal. But like I said, you can't tell people who they love. You see it a lot of the times with some of these conservative people. They come out, find out they like the what's the chick name? Nancy Mace? Not Nancy Mace. The other chick that worked for Trump. Her husband and shit. This nigga like to dress up, have boobs and shit, fake boobs, and dress up like a woman. It was cross-dresser. Like, you don't know what these people are into. That's why you don't judge people. And then the whole time Nancy Mace allegedly is sitting out there, she know her husband is like this, so that's why she out there fucking a dude that worked for her. She out there having an affair, allegedly. No, not Pam Bundy. It's not Pam Bundy. Not Pam Bundy. I forgot the chick name. They fired her. Trump fired her because it was too much. That shit was coming out with that affair. Trump wanted to get, bad press. He got her out of there. And the immigration shit, the immigration shit was left the way it did. Hey, don't be doing that. Hey, be quiet, man. What you doing? Hey, man. You know better to be doing that while I'm going live. Don't do that. Barking. Don't do that. Yeah, but no, it wasn't Pam Bundy. No, it wasn't her either. It was she was the national security lady. National security. I think that's who she was. National security. Who was that? National security lady. Not national security. I forgot what her thing was, but she I forgot who she was. The Katie Noam. That's who she was. Yeah, that's who it was. It was her. Yeah, it was her. She yeah, it was her husband. He was cross-dressing. That shit popped out like that. He had pictures of shit. I don't even know how his pictures came out. But he was cross-dressing and shit. He liked putting boobs, like, fake boobs or whatever. He liked dress up like a woman and all that shit. He was doing weird shit. Like, listen, I ain't mad at him. Do you? Come on out the closet. I'm cool with it. Like, you know what I mean? Ain't nothing. I ain't mad at him. But then she was running around talking about transgenders and all. Like, yo, husband is a cross-dresser. What the fuck is the difference? You get what I mean? He like to dress up like women on his spare time for all the fuck I know. Yeah. Oh, yep. It was everywhere. That's why that was one of the biggest reasons why Trump got rid of it. They tried to just use the immigration shit of Petty and the other white lady that got killed in Minnesota. They tried to use that in the immigration shit why they got rid of it in the affair. It wasn't really that. It was her husband. The shit came out with her husband of him cross-dressing. And now, the Republicans try, like, in MAGA, they like try to pretend that they ain't gay. A lot of them ain't gay or homosexuals. But I told you a lot of them are. A lot of them are. You got a problem with gay people that much, bro? You got I question your home. I question your sexuality. Sorry. Ain't no way you focus on that shit like that. Anyway, let's move on.
Violence, according to the FBI and the authorities in Utah that charged him. How does that in any way compare to what we're talking about? I'm not justifying the violence that occurred after the death of Martin Luther King, but you're saying that person, this Tyler, whoever his name is it was as disenfranchised as the African American community in 1968 in inner cities?
Well, the question.
No. What he was trying to say, Nick Fuentes was trying to say that black people are violent and white people didn't want to be around them. And the point is that he, Hunter Biden made a great point by bringing up Tyler Robinson shooting Charlie Kirk. That was a white guy shooting another white guy. And then he changed it to, oh, he's a liberal. But you said black people were violent.
Is who we want to live around. I'm not living around blacks. Sorry, I want white kids, and I don't want my white kids bringing home black people to marry.
First of all, talking about it's funny because how you gonna have white kids and you ain't fucking white women? You're a virgin. If I'm not mistaken, fucking Nick Fuentes is at least in his late 20s or mid 20s. He ain't fucking nothing. Fuck out of here, bro. number one, I'm just gonna be real, just my opinion. Nick Fuentes is creepy looking. He's creepy. I wouldn't trust. Listen, this dude probably act like, you gotta say he a racist, so he have to have somebody, a woman damn near as creepy as he is, right? But but in his mind, because he a racist and he a sexist, I only can fuck with a what I think that's a pretty racist white woman. How many pretty racist white women will fuck with Nick Fuentes? He's creepy. He's weird. That's why he ain't got no pussy. Like, yo, he ain't got no pussy. Yo, you 20-something years old, bro. He's in his mid-20s. He got to be like 25, 26, 27, something around that age. Dude, the weirdo. Even him saying, like, I don't want my white kids bring home no black. Like, dude. Like, first of all, bro, you don't control your kid. When your kids get a certain age and they like what they like, they're gonna like what they like. It's like I always tell black people, like, that have interracial dating, understand what you're signing up for. That's all I told black people, even white folks, anybody. Shit comes with that. Like, it's all you already who you are, but then on top of that, especially black people, black women and men, like, yo, that shit comes with shit. It's easy. It's even more with that. But love who you love, marry who you want, sleep with who you want to sleep with. I'm not no bigot like that, nigga. Do you understand that doing that comes with consequences? It comes with shit with that. And as much as you want to ignore racism and bigotry and shit, you can do that all you want, but it ain't going nowhere. People still gonna look at you differently. Interracial dating, I'm telling you. Black people, white people, it don't matter. They gonna look at you different. It's a little different with black people, because black people kind of like this nigga or this, fuck she on, fuck he on. You know how shit is. Like, we're more of, it's not that we dislike interracial dating. We understand the consequences of it. It's almost a protective shit, right? Even when you see black mothers or something like that, be like the white bitch or some shit. It's not that she literally don't like her. It's that she knows it's gonna be consequences that come with that shit with her kid, even if it's the girl or the boy of her kid. She knows consequences come with that. And it's not going to come from the black community as much as you think. It's going to come from the white community. They're not going to accept that. And as a parent, you in protective mode. You're going to always want to protect your kid. So that's why you see a lot of the times when they be like, oh, it be black moms that be being bigoted and racist. It's not that, bro. They want to protect their kid, bro. The father is a little different. Father be like, hey, man, fuck who you want, fuck, do your thing. But I understand what come with that. And we leave it be. But the mother, she's mama bear. She care about her kid. Girl, little boy, they come on, man, especially a boy. The mama bear don't play. She's so overprotective of her son. She know all the difficult shit that's going to happen in his life. Just him just being black, not even in a racial relationship. So yes, yo, black mothers are, it seems like they being bigoted or come off as racist. It's not. They just overprotective because they understand. They probably understand more than black men of how hard it's going to be for a black man out there fucking with a white girl, interracial dating. It's being real.
But you said black people were violent.
Is who do you want to live around?
I'm not living around blacks. Sorry, I want white kids, and I don't want my white kids bringing home black people to marry.
And in the 1960s,
Nobody had it.
West Side burns down. We don't want to live around that. We don't want to live around a
That's
city
not when
burning
it
down.
happened. That's not when the white flight happened.
It is.
No,
It was
it
a
is
big
not.
response to it.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
100% not.
Absolutely.
You make these historical.
Listen, look, and let me say this. You know what really bothered me? Say, oh, we don't want to live around that. But I ain't all black people, and me, myself, I ain't never burned down no shit. But you know what I wouldn't want to be around? People like you. That's why I say he couldn't have a real conversation because I would embarrass him. I would destroy him. But I will feel still like it's a waste of my time because he knows this already. He's just saying this shit because he's just a racist. Like, dude, I wouldn't want to be around people like you. That I know that you're judging me because of the color of my skin. You're assuming I'm like every other black person. And just because I don't agree with your ideology, you think that I hate people like you hate people. So it's like, you can't win with a dude like this. You can't like come to you can't like with racist people like this, you can't come, we can't see eye to eye. We'll never see eye to eye. Not in my book, we can't. You racist. So I don't give a fuck if we agreed on certain situations. You still a racist. You still see me as I'm a danger to you and you don't know me. And you only assuming what you assume because of the color of my skin. So, and how you've been raised. But anyway, let's move on.
Connections that don't exist. Part of it was potentially, but before that, what Mayor Daley did is made Chicago the most segregated city in the entire United States, other than Boston. When you would come from the South to Chicago, African Americans from the South, blacks in the South coming to Chicago would say that Chicago was twice the level of segregation and racism that occurred in the South. And so it wasn't as if you're coming into a situation in which you're feeling in any way enfranchised by the community and the situation that you're in. And as many people left simply because of the idea that someone was black moving into their neighborhood as the violence that occurred after the assassination of Martin Luther King. So the numbers actually, pre-1968, when King was shot, you had more people leave the city because of the desegregation, because of the 1964 Civil Rights Act, than you did after the riots.
I think that's just not true. I think that the race riots were a huge driver of white flight to the suburbs. I think it's just dishonest to say that's not the case.
But even if that's the case, that's still racist. Right? Because all the black people that was flooding the South to come to the East, they had nothing to do. A lot of those people had nothing to do with rioting. And just because y'all fear-mongered the way y'all do, you assume that. So he say, oh, I don't think that's true. The reason you say you don't think that's true because you know it ain't true. Because you trying to pretend that all black people that flooded the way they flooded in Philadelphia or whatever, right? You assume they was all okay with rioting, even though they was running from being discriminated against. He don't even want to comprehend that. He don't want to think that because he's a fucking racist. So he said, "Well, I don't believe what you just said." Well, what the fuck are we having a conversation for? Because the facts is the facts, the truth is the truth. And because you make up lies and fake shit in your mind because you're a fucking racist, don't mean I got to sit here and act like this shit is okay or what you saying. But he's a racist. He assumed all black people think the same unless they're a sellout, like Brandon Tatum. He don't even like Brandon Tatum. He don't even like Brandon Tatum. He say Brandon Tatum is a sellout. He's selling his people out. Because he assumed in his racist mind that all black people think the same. We all think the same. So Brandon Tatum outside of the box on his coonery shit, he think that shit is fucked up that he doing. Because all black people supposed to think like this. Like Al Sharpton or think like me or something like that. Even Candace Owens, same shit. He don't like them. He don't even like sellouts. That's why I say he's a pure racist. That's a pure racist for you. Let's move on, man. I'll give y'all facts. I'll give y'all truth here.
Because of the 1964 Civil Rights Act than you did after the riots.
I think that's just not true. I think that the race riots were a huge driver of white flight to the suburbs. I think it's just dishonest to say that's not the case.
Okay, so what's your point about all of this?
Well, we're talking about where people want to live.
Yeah, I know. So like what in 2026?
Well, how about in 2020 when Minneapolis burned to the ground? Or how about in the summer of 2020 in Chicago?
Minneapolis didn't burn to the ground.
It didn't?
And first of all, and there's still white people live there. It's more white people in Minnesota than it is any other race. So this is what I mean. Listen, he's all over the place because one minute when it's more white liberals there, he got a problem with white liberals because they don't agree with his racism, right? Of course he don't like black people. He don't like minority people. And then don't let us disagree with you. But then he don't even like, like I say, he's a pure racist. He don't even like racist or sellout ass minorities and black people. He don't even like them. He's a pure racist. So that's why I said having a conversation with this type of, listen, I'm glad that he's honest about who he is, but I don't think we should be having a conversation with a pure racist. He already think what he think. It's nothing you can say to him that what you can be like, there's one thing about Trump. Fuck Trump. Trump a racist. Racist snake of a racist? What the fuck we talking about? We know racists don't like all races. If they feel betrayed, like what the fuck are we talking about? So waste of energy, waste of time, man. Let's move on.
No, I mean there were
BLM.
January 6th.
If you guys need a physical witness to what happened in Minneapolis, there were many structures that burned to the ground. Not the city, but there was, I would say, between 40 to 50 buildings off of Lake Street in the south side that did burn to the ground. But most of the city was intact, but it was quite an intense situation.
People don't want to live around that. You know, in Chicago, it rolled on into the summer, and it wasn't, let's say, the anger.
Remind you, he keep bringing up what black people did, but my thing is this: you don't even live in that city. And like I said, I'll put it this way: since white people so racist that way, then move. Mind you, in Minnesota, it's a liberal state. Well, you can say it could be, I ain't gonna say blue. It's purple, but it's a high purple. You know what I mean? It's a lot of white liberals there. So the black people did what they did what they did. The white people didn't. Listen, if that's the case, they felt that way, a lot of them racist white people should have left. But why they ain't leave? Why didn't they just get the fuck up and roll out? They didn't. You know why they couldn't? Because they ain't got shit. And it ain't because of the Democrats or the liberals that they talking about burning down shit or the black people. Nigga, you ain't got shit because of who they vote for. All you racists keep trying to blame everybody else or who you vote for. everybody in the Republican Party is corporate motherfuckers. They are corporate Republicans. They don't give a fuck about poor people on any level or skin color. They don't care. They gave y'all racism and y'all run with it. And they keep trying to act like the Republicans stand. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? They got these motherfucking racists believing all you got to do is get rid of the immigrants. We can get black people back to be slaves to work for free, and then we all will be racist and rich. That's what they think. This is what these racists think. This is what these racist ass MAGA racist motherfuckers Republicans think. This is what they think. You thought that you talking about all this shit got burnt down or George Floyd and all that other shit. You try to make black people slaves and see what happens. You pass a law and say slavery is back, black people gotta be slaves, and see how that work out for you. Like I said, you think we just burnt down some shit. We'll kill y'all. See, we not our ancestors. See, you keep thinking we our ancestors. We're not. We'll kill you motherfuckers playing with us like that. On some slavery shit, all you bitches, nigga, we out to kill you. I don't condone violence, but I will condone violence in that way. You can't try to make me no slave or any of my people or my daughter, rape my daughter. Like, what the fuck is y'all on? Fuck out of here. I'm supposed to let you walk around and just have a freedom of speech to disrespect my kid, call her a nigger. And I'm supposed to be okay with that? Because you think you more superior than me? And more superior than my daughter? Are you crazy? I kill you, bitch. I'll go to all you racists. I don't give a fuck about how y'all feel. Take it as a threat. I don't care. I don't threaten your kids. How the fuck you gonna threaten mine? That's all they want. That's all they mad about. But they ain't mad at Trump because Trump is out this bitch taking advantage of all of us, even they stupid dumbasses. And these motherfucking racists sitting out there. We still mad at black people. They committing crimes in the black community. And we feel ostracized. Of what? You don't even like black culture. So what the fuck you ostracized about?
Oppressed and the disenfranchised,
So
they
who's
were
at fault?
looting. They were looting and
Who's
carjacking.
they?
The criminals.
Are you saying that the problem with the 26-year-old white kid living in suburbia outside of Chicago and his feeling of being disenfranchised is because there was looting and rioting in Minneapolis by black people? And it's black people that are doing it.
Yeah, I mean, the problem with
Are you
Austin
really?
Metcalf was that he got stabbed in the neck at a track meet. And the
He knows
problem
he
with our
sounds
city.
First of all, you stupid as fuck. And like I said, you can bring that stupid shit up all you want. And like I said, Metcalf got killed because he's a fucking bully. He put his hands on somebody, and he, like I said, you could fuck around and fuck with the wrong black person. And that's what happened to Metcalf. I don't wish the kid was dead or nothing like that, but that happens when you put your hands on people. You thought that because this kid has no background of being violent. So you want everybody to think that Carmelo Anthony was a violent kid. He was an A student. He's one of the smartest kids in that old fucking school, was mainly white. Smart enough, a lot of those white kids. So he was violent? Is this in his nature? No, he got motherfucker put his hands on him. Fuck you talking about? Metcalf got his ass killed because he put his hands on somebody because he was a bully. The fuck are you talking about? And what he was trying to do with Sam was like, oh, that's in black people's nature. No, the problem is that for a couple of generations before the Civil Rights Act, even before the Civil Rights Act, we was nonviolent. Martin Luther King had us nonviolent. Y'all killed the nonviolent nigga. Your ancestors did that, and now you mad because black people will fuck you up or stab you, putting your hands on them. So you mad about that? So I hear people say, oh, he could have did something else different. First of all, nigga, Carmelo Anthony did what the fuck he thought. He felt like his life was in danger. You got this dude sitting there talking that gangster shit to you and telling you gotta move and all that, and ain't nobody else got your back. You sitting there with a friend and ain't nobody stepping up, you speaking for you. Nigga, you feel threatened. The motherfucker you was sitting with ain't even speak up. Supposed to be your friend. Actually welcomed you over there, and then this motherfucker come to be a bully, and he come over there and he want to talk gangster. And then he warned him. He said, you put your hands on me, you see what happened. And look what happened. Listen. His ass got killed fucking with this kid. But everybody mad at this black young man. That is an American. Like, this nigga is, you ain't gonna find nothing better. The problem is, you don't control your racist ass kids. You raise them racist. You see his daddy came out racist, so you know how this kid most likely was. Everybody want to judge Carmelo. Fuck out of here. Look at his daddy. Look how, and so we can go off of how his daddy raised. Listen, and let me tell y'all something too. What people fail to forget, all you racist pieces of shit. Carmelo grew up in a two-parent home. The motherfucker that got stabbed and killed, that was a bully, he grew up in a one. His parents got divorced. It's documented that his daddy was abusive to his mother and him and his brother. But you want to sit there and act like Carmelo this bad dude and, you know, all that other shit. I don't give a fuck. Like I said, I don't care about these racist people. You just a racist. You're a bunch of racists. And even some of you black motherfuckers come out, coon asses, come out talking about, oh, he should have did something different. Fuck you. Fuck you talking about? Motherfucker put their hands on you, nigga. Anything goes after that. I don't give a fuck. You put your hands on me, nigga. Anything goes. If I got anything on me that's sharp or I got that iron on me, nigga, you gonna get shot. You put your hands on me, I'm gonna shoot you. If I got that thing on me. If I got that knife on me, I'm gonna shank the shit out you. I'm gonna stab the shit out you. I don't know what the fuck y'all on. Fuck you on. They got nothing having a violent mentality, nigga. I don't like to be touched. Don't put your fucking hands on me. If you put your hands on me, you better be ready to die. That's how I look at that. Fuck out of here. People act like they walking around on stupid. And like I said, this ain't back in the day where motherfucker put their hands on you, throw them hands up. It's not back in the day. So stop pretending that we live back in the day. And nigga, I'm too old to be sitting there fighting a nigga. You put your hands on me, nigga. If I got that iron on me, or I got a knife, I'm stabbing the shit out you, or I'm gonna shoot you in your fucking face. Ain't nobody got time to be playing around with stupid people who want to be fake bullies and want to be tough and shit. Fuck out of here. Anyway, let's move on.
Rioting in Minneapolis by black people, and it's black people that are doing it.
Yeah, I mean, the problem with Austin Metcalf was that he got stabbed in the neck at a track meet. And the
He knows
problem
he
with our
sounds
city in Chicago is that the Magnificent Mile is gone,
and-
Water Tower Place
and the
is gone
problem
because
is-
of all the crime.
Nick, and the type of an entire generation of African Americans is that they've been getting killed by cops for decades.
That's
What are
just
you
not
talking
true.
about, Nick?
Because they commit crime. And listen, it's not
Nick,
what?
that's not true.
First of all, it ain't even true what he just said. But I say he a racist, so he don't care. And Hunter Biden gonna check his ass. But I want to say this for Hunter Biden checking. You said because we commit violence. Now, mind you, imagine this dude sitting there in my space saying that to me when I know I don't condone violence. When I do everything in my might to stop people from committing violence. I speak on it. I preach it. But I'm not an idiot that sometimes violent shit can happen. And I know he understands that as well. But your narrative to say that all black people are violent. I got fucking family members ain't never gotten a fight in a day of their life. Never got violent. And lived in the hood. Amongst violent motherfuckers like me. That got violent here and there. I wasn't a violent nigga like that, but I got violent. I put hands on people, people had hands on me. It happens. You live in an environment like that. But like I said, he's a racist. He don't understand that. So imagine him say that to me. And I tell that motherfucker straight to his face, you just a racist, bro. You just a fucking racist. You know shit about black people. You assume. You don't even hang around black people. And one of the black people that you can't stand and don't like, he a sellout, and I don't like him either. So that lets you know everything that everybody needs to know about who you are. You don't like a sellout black person, and he agree with you, and I tell you, if you ever threaten me or came at me and started talking, I'll fuck you up. You call me and nigga, I'll smack you in your fucking face. And you can call that, violent tensions. You call it whatever. I'm not one of those black people that allow you to let you disrespect them. Nigga, listen, I love Martin Luther King, nigga, but I'm Malcolm X at the end of the day, nigga, by any means necessary. You fucking with the wrong black nigger. It ain't nigger for you, it's nigger for you. Because you don't like black people. But that's what I'm saying about this goofy ass dude, man. But let Hunter Biden get into him. Go
It's
ahead.
not true. Are you
Yes.
saying that police brutality as it relates and racism in the police force, in the way in which police treat African Americans? Nick, you can grow up here like I did between Wilmington and Philadelphia. And if you were a black dentist and you lived in Wilmington and you commuted to Philadelphia, the chances of you being pulled over by a state trooper, either Delaware or in Pennsylvania, are about 50 times that would be if it was a white guy. 50 times. And
We're
so what
talking
you're
about-
trying to tell me is that the problem in America right now is that a 26-year-old white kid who lives in suburban Chicago doesn't feel like he has access because he's been canceled or he's been woke. And the problem is black people.
I didn't say the problem's black people.
Well, you just did, Nick. You just
The
said
problem is crime. And we know who's doing the crime in Chicago. The carjackings.
Okay, so you saying black people. You're saying black people. And you're only going to one state. When we know it's red states that commit more crimes that's run by racist white people than states that commit more crime. There's more crime happening there. And there's more white people there, not black. But like I said, it's not that he doesn't know this. It's not that he ain't smart or he's stupid. He's intentional. Like I told you about even Scott Jennings, they intentionally being stupid. They literally believe, some of them, like, I believe that Nick Fuentes believe in his racism. He really believes in it. But so a part of you gotta respect it that he's a racist like he is, but motherfucker, respect that I think you're a racist. You can't, for me, I don't give a fuck how you feel. But anyway, let's move on.
These teen takeovers, we know why there's no business on the Mad Mile anymore, and it's because they steal cars, they drive them through windows. And listen, black people are some of the biggest victims of the black crime. But we're not allowed to talk about it because of the racial
What do you mean we're not allowed
dimension.
to talk about it? We're talking about it.
He said, "Oh, we ain't allowed to talk about it. Black people are the biggest victims of this shit." Right? Or why is that, though? He said we ain't allowed to. Who told you that we can't talk about it? I said, listen, you call it black on black crime. So it's happening to black people more than anybody. Right? So who told you you can't speak on that? The reason that the reason he feel like he can't speak on it, because we know you coming at it as on the racist shit. You don't really give a fuck about black people being harmed from black on black crime. Because you being racist. You get the fuck out of here. That's why nobody wants you to talk about that. This is not genuine. You really care about black on black crime or black people killing black people? Fuck out of here. Why is you... My thing is, I always keep saying this about a racist. Why you focus on what happens to black people being murdered? You should be enjoying it. But they gotta blame us for shit. Right? The crime is happening and all this other shit. They can't go to Chicago because they scared of black on black crime. Why are you scared to go to Chicago if black people only killing black people? You should be able to move or go to Chicago. Well, I don't want to be around that. But listen, if black on black crime is what you're saying it is, right? Black people ain't going to kill you. They're going to kill more black people. So you should be fine amongst black folks. You should be fine. But, listen, it's all a deflection. It's all lies. These racists, they stay lying, act like they feel like their life is threatened. Their life is threatened, and they feel harmed and all this other shit, playing victim or some shit. And you ain't even around black people. You don't even live in these cities. But you got a problem with the violence. Anyway, let's move on.
You have a platform in which millions of people listen to you.
I think
Well, after Elon had to buy Twitter and open it up. It wasn't like that before. I was banned from everything for many years. So no, you weren't allowed it. You're right. We can talk about it now, but that's only because the good guys won.
Hey,
I'll skip this ad. Elon bought Twitter so you guys can say the N-word. And right after he bought it, it shot up like 6,000 something crazy percentage of how many people are using the N-word. That's why he bought Twitter. But anyways, I think Nick knows he sounds really stupid. The logic is all over the place. He's just a racist.
Let me say this. Let me say this about racists too. Using the N-word. If you catch any of them racists without guns, without anybody, and you catch them and they say that racist shit, right? And they go by the law. But you catch them in the dark alley. They ain't gonna mention that shit again. Because they're gonna get fucked up. They know that. They, like I said, they depend on the law to protect them. Right? And they pretend and they do the shit they do and say the shit they say because they like, oh, well, the law gonna protect me, but my whiteness gonna protect me. They ain't around black people. Remember the dude Chud? People thought that shit was gangster that he was doing. But I kept telling people, I said he's running to the right black people, right? Like he could have got himself killed. He wasn't in the hood with black people. He was in spaces where black people that maybe was from the hood a little bit, that maybe was coming to environments where they was trying to enjoy themselves. He was going to there. You're not going to hoods. And listen, the one thing about black people that we do want, some of us do understand. Not all, but some of us do. Motherfuckers got a camera. What you gonna do, bro? You ready to crash out? Right? Now, it's some black people that will crash out. But honestly, my black people know the game what these racists trying to do, what Chubb was trying to do. Like, Nate, you trying to get black people, listen, you trying to be a martyr. Right? Like, yo, just think about that. Like, yo, why would you want to? Let's think about this. Why would any of these racist ass motherfuckers, you say, oh, well, they use the word like that. Okay, cool. You know why we do it, right? It's not that you don't comprehend that. You know why we may say that amongst each other what we say. But you want to use it. You want to use the N-word around us and call us chimps and niggas and shit. You're intentionally trying to disrespect us, right? When we're using it, we're not trying to disrespect our peers or people that look like us. We're not trying to do that. Sometimes it's just embracing. We embracing each other. We may get angry at each other. We use it. It's almost a cuss word to us. But like I said, you don't know black people like that, so you assume that we're just using it because we can. No, it's in our vocabulary, right? We use it in different ways. We use the N-word like a cuss word. So, but you, partly you know that, but you and this dude, Chud, intentionally went to black communities to try to spark somebody to get violent with him. I said, that's what I'm saying. So when I tell racist white people, you care about us more than we care about you. And sometimes that shit backfires on you. And which happened to him. You running around this country or trying to ignite black people to get upset because you using the N-word and calling us chimps. But you run into the right black person where they don't give a fuck about that. And this motherfucker ran into a veteran. Where this nigga went all too tight, all wasn't fit too tight in his head. He ran into the wrong black person. And that's what I be saying about racist people. Like, why are you trying to antagonize us? Or you don't like us using the N-word. Okay, cool. It's a conversation. Right? But don't try to antagonize us with that shit. And you do that shit and then you try to pretend, oh, I'm just saying like, why we can't use it. You can't use it. Why you don't understand that? Like I said, their whole notion of doing that is because they wanted to be okay. They want to be racist. They want to normalize racism. That's all they want to do. That's why you hear Nifford Fuentes, he coming up talking about Chicago and all that other shit. You trying to normalize black people being violent. You want to make us your enemy. We ain't never been your enemy. You've been our enemy, but we ain't never been yours. But you know, you can't see that because you're a racist. But anyway. In 1 second, people. Come back and we're gonna end this shit. All right, my bad, people. We're gonna get out here. We're gonna do a part 2 of this. I'm gonna go in and get out of here, man. Leave y'all comments, hit that like button, support your boy, Mr. OB. Peace and love to the world.